this is not for, like, to feel, sorry about anything. No, I just want to say some things. So, hello, my name is Madison. I am 26 years old. May I look older? I don't know. But I am 26. I am from the Jayhawk state. Us Jayhawks are known for basketball. I'm from Kansas, which is the heart of America. Here in Kansas, we basically farm 80% of the wheat, barley, and corn of the USA. So, a lot of pastures around here. Actually very nice and peaceful. I know some people may say that's a boring state. It may be a little bit boring, but I do like it here because it's just peaceful. Plus, I don't live that far away from Arrowhead Stadium or the Royal Stadium either. So yeah. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is there was a comment in my doctor video, probably that was about, I want to say, 2 weeks ago. I'm not for sure. Around that area. That someone said, I really loved what he said, whoever this person was, that I do ASMR from the heart. And I do, guys. I really do. My dream job was actually being a neurologist and then heading up for a specialist in epilepsy. You may be asking me, why? Well, this girl right here had epilepsy in her life and wanted to find a way to bring a smile to people who had that and try to solve ways to get rid of them. Now, I don't have epilepsy no more. Well, so far, no. It's still in the working. But I urge you guys, do not make fun of anybody who has epilepsy. It's not a great thing to go through. Okay, it took 20 years to finally figure out what was wrong with me. So, I just want to point that out. I guess I could say what happened. So, at 4 years old, I was diagnosed with epilepsy. You may say, what type of seizures? Well, at the time, it wasn't really that bad. This isn't something that I put on myself. I was born this way. I had a birth defect. So, at 4 years old, a seizure back then, I would just go blind for 15 seconds and could barely hear things during the time, but then you'd really feel like tired and all you would want to do is sleep afterwards. So that's part of it. And then as I started to grow up, the brain, develops more and more and more. And they just started getting worse. I don't really like to talk about this much, but they just were not the greatest. They were embarrassing. You'd always want to go say sorry to everyone who had to see them. They were just, no. not get along. I love my mom, and we get along now. I'm not saying it's just there's a time in your life where you have to say, I need to leave this house. I want to live my own life and not live under the rules and regulations of my parents. And I believe my mom did raise me right, but at the same time, she needed to let me go because she just didn't want to let me go at the time. So, at that point in time, because I was depressed, because she was the only one I had, I asked my boyfriend at the time, I am begging you, please let me live with you. I'm not asking for anything. I just need a better environment around me. We talked to his mom and his brother, and they said yes. And I would always, because his mom would always work, and I was at their house most of the time. I would just, help do the laundry, clean, do things like that, the dishes, because I'm living there for free, and I just wanted to show how grateful I was. Well, the seizures started getting worse and worse, and were changing every single day. And she struggled. She struggled to believe me a little bit because she had never seen anything like this. And my mom and I were just fight after fight. She said certain things that I'm sure she didn't mean back then, but it was horrible. So I told myself enough is enough. I don't want to live no more. If I die, I die. And I tried to commit suicide. Well, I told my boyfriend at that time, I love you, but it is time for me to go. You are a nice guy. You will find somebody else who loves you even more than me, I'm sure. He didn't want to believe it. He kept telling me that I'm the only one for him. Well, they rushed me to the emergency room. The emergency room rushed me to, actually they flew me to KU Hospital, which is in Kansas City. It is on the Kansas side, so, yeah. They started doing tests. They saved my life and had me go to a therapist. And, they asked me if I wanted to do a brain surgery to figure out what was wrong. I said, go ahead, because I'm tired of living like this. They went in, they drilled eight holes in the back of my head, and they put certain wires back in there, and they finally figured out what was wrong. So I believe on the back left of my brain, there was too much brain matter close to where, the part that matches the eyes, that they were going to have to get rid of that, and that my brain was also bleeding. So, I had to go back in for surgery for that. Well, having all that done, I did lose a quarter of a vision in one eye and almost half in the other, so I am partial blind. But language sort of got lost, and a lot of memories got lost, and I forget things very easily. It's still in a work in an operation of trying to focus and trying to make sure I say everything correct, because my vocabulary went down immensely and I'm still trying to regain it. All that being said, it is still a relief not having any problems. So, I just want to say to people, you know, don't make fun of anybody like that. And I know there are even people with other disabilities around there. For them, it's a challenge. For them, it's a day's challenge. I still have passion for helping people, for relieving people, because we don't want no one to feel down in the dumps. I want everyone to try to live their life to the fullest. Okay? Everybody is special in their own unique ways. I have said that my whole life to myself. There is no one like you in this world. Okay? Yeah, I struggled, and now I'm trying to have books that I'm trying to read about nutrition, so maybe a nutritionist. It's still a work in progress. I'm trying to get somewhere in the medical field. But this was one way that I could give back to people I do, though. All I do is I hope he gets to be better, because I don't think right now, I don't wish anything bad. It's just, I don't think he's in the greatest state. So, I just wish him the best. We don't want to wish anything bad on other people. It's just, I wish he would find the right path and go for it. And I'm sure a lot of people in life think about that as somebody else. So, I know this was a little bit different, guys, today,